I don't think I've ever craved peaches as much as I do now after seeing this movie. This movie has some big peaches. I'm talking about James and the Giant Peach size peaches. Parasite. Let's get into it. What is this? Welcome to Juice Talkies. I'm Joshua Perez, and today I'm reviewing Parasite. Probably my new favorite movie of the year and one to not be missed. So Parasite. Parasite is the newest film by legendary director Bong Joon Ho. Also known for films like The Host, which was one of my personal favorites, Mother, which I didn't get a chance to see, Snowpiercer, and Okja, which was a Netflix original movie. All great masterpieces, all great movies. Check them out. And if I'm butchering his name, butcher me. I apologize. Feel free to dislike, unsubscribe. I will completely understand. So Parasite centers around a poor, struggling family living in the basement of an apartment, which literally sits right below street level where they can just look out and their view is basically old drunk guys pissing on the side of the wall, fights breaking out. And it's not the most pleasant view. It's not the most pleasant life. They're struggling. And the only way they have any kind of way to make any kind of income is folding pizza boxes. Up until their son meets up with a friend one night and they go drinking, and his friend is deciding to go study abroad. So he actually has to leave his duties tutoring the daughter of a rich family, and he asked him to take his place. So Kim puts together this elaborate plan on convincing them that he's an experienced tutor, he knows what he's doing, and he essentially gets hired by the rich family. And that's essentially where the fun in this movie begins, where Kim and his family find a way to do better in life, find a better way to provide for their family, and so that they're not struggling anymore. What I love the most about this movie is just how well the story is constructed and written. Like it's intriguing, it's intelligent, and it's just genius how he takes these characters and puts them into these roles, and just the plan that they create to get there and how it's done and how they pull it off, and there are moments where you're on the edge of your seat and you're laughing, and then later on you're left disturbed, like your jaws just drop to the floor, like what? And it's great. It's great. It's just so well written. It's just so well done. Also, great performances from all of the actors. I'm not gonna butcher any more names, but overall, some really great moments from these characters that really reel you in and make you feel what they feel, and it's fantastic. But overall, the entire cast is great. The entire cast is really great in this movie. Also, another thing to know is just how beautiful this movie looks from beginning to end. The cinematography is on point. Even the lighting, from like the contrasting blues and greens to the oranges in the nighttime scenes, and how those lights reflect off those wet roads in the night scenes. The whole thing is a visual painting. Even the house that the rich family is living in is a contemporary, modern type home. And a lot of the film is shot within that location too, which lends to the cinematography overall, because the director is able to tap into that style, that look, and those angles and colors. And it's freaking cool. And actually, one of my favorite shots too in this whole movie, where the family is in the basement, in the bottom building of that apartment they're in, and they're kind of looking out at night through their window where that homeless guy is. There's two guys just throwing buckets of water on him, and the whole scene is done in slow motion. You have the light behind the water, and kind of makes that water just shine and sparkle. It's amazing. It's so well done. Also, this movie has a lot to say on social classes, the rich versus the poor, our reliance on technology and social media, and taking things like having Wi-Fi for granted. It's really heavy in this movie. The message is quite clear when you're watching it, that these are things that real people are faced with in real life. And it's extremely relevant. It's extremely relevant because today there are people living like that. Not everybody is rich. We have people out there that are struggling to survive, struggling to find a meal. And these are people who have lost hope and lost their dreams of success. And I think that's very important, that this message conveys that it just slaps you in the face and reminds you that this is the world that we live in. And the contrast with the rich and poor is just like sprinkled throughout the entire movie. And you see it quite literally in how these shots are set up, where, you know, you have the families that are hiding under a table and then, or something, and then, you know, the rich are on top of them. And it gives you that message that, you know, that the poor is always gonna be beneath the rich, you know, that the rich are always on top. It kind of goes to show that they feel that the rich is empowered. And you see it too, like where they're living in the basement, they're beneath society, they're beneath everybody. It's sad to see it, and it's sad to see that these characters lose hope too. And one of the scenes too that hit me deep was, you know, kind of where they're sending that message that having no plan is the best plan, because then if you have these hopes and dreams and goals, you're setting yourself up for failure. If something happens, then you would have worked so hard for nothing. And it's sad to see that these characters feel that. It's really deep. And I think that's a bad message to send, because never give up hope. Never give up faith in believing who you are or what you want to do in life. Like do it, because nothing's gonna be perfect. There are gonna be bumps along the way, but that's what makes us better people. That's what makes us get back up and do it even better. And we learn from the mistakes. This movie was an amazing reminder that we can't forget about the little people. We can't forget about people like that are struggling, and we can't take things for granted. You know, like having a cell phone and being able to use it and get online with it, because a lot of people don't have that luxury. And this might be my new favorite movie of the year. Like, this movie was completely unexpected. This movie came out around May in South Korea, I believe, and then in the States just last month. And I highly recommend seeing this movie. And please, please, for the love of God, don't be that person who dismisses a movie just because it's not in English, even if it has subtitles. You know you can read. You can read. You better read that movie. Oh man, you mean I gotta read? Oh! Like, widen your perspective. Widen your perspective a little bit. Yeah, you guys have no excuse. Go out and see it and check it out. After you watch this movie, you're gonna be thinking about it for a long time. And when a movie has that kind of effect on you, you know you're watching a masterpiece. So I think it's a no-brainer that I am going to give this movie Groovy Juice. And I actually would love to rate this movie even higher. Still working out this rating system, but this movie deserves much higher. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts or comments, or you've seen the movie already, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it, because this movie is a great discussion movie. There's a lot of great conversation to be had. So yeah, guys, with that said, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more thought-provoking movie reviews, or if you just love movies in general, subscribe. That will help me out a lot. And have a groovy time.